Rama ma'am, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Is the slide
Oh,
visible? The opening slide?
uh,
Hello?
yeah,
Am I audible?
yes,
And the slide is visible.
yeah,
Is the slide visible, sir?
yeah. So,
Okay, sir.
uh, just a minute. एक- So, on behalf of Aryavarta Sahodaya School Complex, I welcome all the participants and our resource person Rama ma'am for another exquisite topic for today: storytelling as an effective pedagogy. It has been a cornerstone uh, in the earlier pedagogical model, pedagogical teaching, and has become one of the very important feature of the teaching even in 21st century. And we have with us uh, the excellent resource person Rama ma'am. So I now request Rama ma'am to kindly start the session.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Himanshu, sir, and Aryavarta Sahodaya to give me this excellent platform to coordinate. And actually, we are on a platform where we are discussing so many things. And this is the second time, not even 1 week back, we have discussed on a different type of pedagogy. And today it is storytelling as an effective pedagogy. So first of all, we are thanking this platform to give us this opportunity to sit together and discuss on something which are very, very important to all of us. बस हम लोग जो एक एक दो दो साल करके 50 पार हो गए, अभी भी वो दिन याद आता है जब दादी नानी पापा या मम्मी कहानी सुनाते थे, और बीच में बहुत सारा साल में बहुत कुछ पढ़े, बहुत कुछ भूले, लेकिन वो कहानियां नहीं भूली. So storytelling, it is not only an effective pedagogy. If we talk about storytelling, that gives us so many other things. And we as educators, we should be knowing how to use this effective pedagogy in our classrooms. If you are a social science teacher or a language teacher, or even as a science teacher, when you are going to a class with uh, some difficult topics where it requires a lot of understanding, a lot of critical thinking, creative thinking, then I think to lessen the cognitive load of the mind and to make the learning to stay with us for a longer time, this pedagogy we cannot ignore. Not only this is important for the language teachers or social science teachers or science teachers, this is extremely important pedagogy in case of FLN, the foundational literacy and numeracy. In the foundational classes, if we talk about pedagogy, NCERT or NEP tells us about playway learning and also learning through stories. Here, when we are talking about stories, it's not only a narrative that you are telling. It can be a collaborative story. It can be a story with different types of endings. You can take take care of the mindset of the students also. They can also add to its climax. They can add to its different ways of storyline. So the importance of storytelling in education, it lies in its ability to enhance learning and engagement. So when you tell a story and when your learners are also a part of the story, They are also building it. They are adding to the storyline. Then it actually ensures you maximum engagement. And engagement is something without which we cannot think of classroom teaching and learning. आपके क्लास में जो बच्चे बैठे हुए हैं, वो अगर आप जो कर रहे हैं, जो टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस हो रहा है, उसमें वो एंगेज नहीं है, then you don't think about learning, because learning हो ही नहीं सकता अगर बच्चे का एंगेजमेंट ना हो. और ये जो स्टोरी टेलिंग एज अ पेडागोजी, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल it ensures maximum engagement, and then it will also give you maximum retention. सीखने के बाद याद रहेगा, बिकॉज इसमें लोड कम है, मेंटल लोड, इमोशनल लोड नहीं है. देर इज एंजॉयमेंट इन लर्निंग. हंसते खेलते बच्चा सीखता है, और जो सीखता है हंसते खेलते और आनंद के साथ वो याद रखता है. सो द की बेनिफिट्स आर enhancing memory, promoting empathy, improving engagement, facilitation of critical thinking, supporting curriculum integration, and overall, storytelling is an extremely powerful tool that can transform the educational experience, making it more interactive and effective. With that, let us go to our next slide. What happens? I don't know. Again, it's not changing. Yes. So this is the agenda. What is the agenda? When you are sitting together, exploring the essence of storytelling as a pedagogy, and to identify the key benefits for students' engagement, analyzing the methods for effective storytelling, how we can be good storyteller, how can be good educator, who can educate the students through storytelling, how to deliver the stories, examining the case studies of successful practices, discussing the challenges in storytelling implementation, and outlining strategies for future storytelling integration. पहले हम लोग सीखे इसका इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है, फिर हम लोग जानेंगे कैसे ये चीज करना है, इसका इंपॉर्टेंस क्या क्या है, बेनिफिट क्या क्या है, एंड देन कैसे हम लोग इसको इंप्लीमेंट करेंगे. ओके, सो what are the importance? I have already told that it almost ensures you cognitive engagement, because when you are telling a story, the neural pathways, they are activated. Neural pathways का मतलब क्या है? जब आप कुछ पढ़ते हो या कुछ सुनते हो तो आपका कान एक्टिव होता है, या तो आप पढ़ते हो तो आपका आंख एक्टिव होता है. लेकिन जो हम लोग का सेंसेस है, जो हम लोग का इनपुट का रास्ता है, वो तो एक दो नहीं है ना, पांच पांच सेंसेस है. We can read, we can hear, we can see, we can speak. Now, when you tell a story, you are telling, so your mouth is engaged, your tongue is engaged, you are hearing, so your ears are engaged. And then when you are listening to the different cues, your mind is making the entire set. So your imagination is engaged. So this, when you are activating so many neural pathways, it enhances memory retention, and it enhances comprehension among diverse learners in classroom. क्लासरूम में एक ही तरह का लर्नर तो नहीं है. क्लासरूम में कुछ ऑडिटरी लर्नर है, कोई रीड राइट लर्नर है, कोई काइनेस्थेटिक लर्नर है. तो जब आप स्टोरी टेलिंग करते हो, more of the neural pathways are engaged, and that's why the diverse learners in the classroom, all of them, they learn something and they retain it. What is the cultural relevance? When we tell stories, there is a storyline, there is a background, there's a culture which is included into it. So we are incorporating diverse type of narratives. The variety, this variety of culture, variety of background, variety of storyline, and variety of characters, this allows our students to see their own identities reflected in the curriculum or in the readable. आप जब कोई कहानी बोल रहे हो उसमें जो कैरेक्टर है, कोई ना कोई कैरेक्टर के साथ स्टूडेंट अपने आप को आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं, कोई ना कोई बैकग्राउंड के साथ वो अपना बैकग्राउंड का को आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं. एंड व्हेन द कल्चरल रिलेवेंस इज obvious, is clear, then the students, when they see that their own identities, their own backgrounds, their own environments are reflected in the syllabus, in the curriculum, in the readable, then because of the cultural relevance, they actually belong. They actually belong to the curriculum and they feel that the curriculum is there. And that's why they learn better. There is, of course, an emotional connection because stories, they simulate empathy. They simulate different type of emotional feelings and that facilitates the emotional connection. And this emotional connection can enhance students' emotional skills, social skills, interpersonal understanding. These three, they are not actually any common skill. Nowadays, the whole of the world is suffering from the lack of these social skills, lack of emotional skills, and lack of interpersonal understanding. But when the students are learning to listening to stories and they can see themselves in those stories, the emotional connection becomes better and they pick up these skills, these very, very important skills. And because of the creative expression, because the narratives, it's not reading out from a book. When a teacher is narrating a story or a student is participating in it, there is voice intonation, there are ups and downs in the voice, there are facial expression, there are non-verbal cues. And because of this creative expression, this encourages our students to explore the interpretation. This fosters creativity and, of course, independent thought. Now, when we are talking about art of engaging narratives, इसमें क्या-क्या हो सकता है? First of one is the visuals. A story incorporates dynamic visuals to elevate emotional engagement. Now, ये जो visual है, हमेशा ये आंख के सामने दिखाई देगा ऐसा बात नहीं है. And that is the difference. आप अगर स्क्रीन पे कुछ दिखाते हो और आप मोबाइल पे कुछ दिखाते हो, आप टीवी में कुछ दिखाते हो, आप स्मार्ट बोर्ड में कुछ दिखाते हो, that becomes actually visual, that clearly constructs the whole environment and the whole storyline. But when a teacher is telling the story, the visuals are created in the mind, in the imagination of the learner, and that actually boosts memory power. Believe me, आप अगर सब देख लोगे तो आपका इमेजिनेशन उतना क्रिएटिव बन नहीं सकता. लेकिन जब आपके मन में क्रिएट होता है वो विजुअल, then you become more imaginative, you become more creative. And that's the beauty of telling stories as your pedagogy. Character development, again, when you are telling a story, the students are developing the character in their head. They can see the relatable struggles. They can see the character, how he looks, what he is wearing, how is his facial expression. So in their imagination, they develop the character and it enhances the student's connection. And conflicting and out of conflict, there is a resolution. When the students are actually listening to some story, The characters are having different conflicts among them. But then, when the conflicts come in front of the eyes of our learners, they start resolving the conflict. दो दोस्तों में झगड़ा हुआ, जैसे आपने कहानी में बताया, बच्चे सोचने लगा कि दो दोस्तों में झगड़ा तो हुआ, फिर उसका रिजोल्यूशन कैसा होगा, कैसे हो सकता है. They also start thinking about the conflict resolution. I have already talked about the cultural relevance, because different diversified characters, diversified storylines that actually embed different culture into it, and it foster inclusivity. Inclusivity is something without which in the latest NEP we cannot think of the schools. All the learners, be them like some are from different cultural backgrounds, different religious background, different languages, different family backgrounds, but then when they are coming to the school, they are inclusive in the learning environment. And when we are telling story, the different cultural relevance actually make them feel that they are included in the learning environment. Their story is also a part of the learning curriculum. And look closer what it is. It ensures the narratives come to a full circle, reinforcing the key lessons or insights effectively. And there can be interactive element, means आप एक कहानी शुरू किया, कौन बोला आप ही को खत्म करना पड़ेगा? आपने एक जगह में आके बोलिए कि अगर ऐसा होता है तो स्टोरी का एंड कैसा होगा, और अगर वैसा नहीं हो के दूसरा तरीका का कुछ ऑप्शन निकालता है, तब स्टोरी का एंड कैसे हो सकता है? गिव देम द क्यू, let them build the story. There can be different direction, but all the learners will be included in the interactive element, and that is why they will be contributors. And when they contribute in the teaching learning process, they will obviously be engaged, and they will obviously retain whatever they are learned. Again, what happens sometimes, it doesn't change. Now, when we all are Indians, and for Indians, storytelling is a very, very ancient type of pedagogy. आप कोई भी religious गुरु ले लो, आप कोई भी social reformer ले लो, आप पहले जमाना के कोई बड़ा सा सेज ले लो, उनकी गुरुकुल में वो जब बच्चे को सिखाते थे, कैसे सिखाते थे? What was the pedagogy? The main pedagogy and time-tested pedagogy was storytelling. It is a powerful tool because it could engage and captivate audiences of all ages. And it can be used to teach a wide range of topics. सिर्फ social science नहीं, सिर्फ language नहीं, बहुत कुछ. Through this interactive pedagogy, you can impart from history to culture to ethics to values to morality to language to grammar and science and even mathematics. It has been an integral part of our lives. In India, we always used this Shruti-based pedagogy. Shruti means when you hear. Your Vedas are Shruti because Vedas were not written. For the first thousands of years, they were told by a guru to the disciples, and the disciple used to remember. And this went for generation after generation. After so long, after thousands of years, Vedas came into written text. So Vedas and the Upanishads, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, there are so many folklores, folk tales, which are going on through our culture throughout this country from one generation to another generation through our stories. हम लोग के जो फोक सॉन्ग्स है, फोक टेल्स है, फोक लोर्स है, वो सिर्फ एक कहानी नहीं सुनाती है, उसमें ढेर सारा जमाना का इमोशन, कन्फ्लिक्ट, रिजोल्यूशन, स्ट्रगल, प्रैक्टिसेस, एथिक्स, वैल्यूज सब के बारे में बताते हैं. And that's why storytelling is a very, very time tested and ancient and a proven pedagogy. What are the key aspects? Let us take some of the examples. Itihas or epics. Epics means, if we talk about Indian epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, the main two Indian epics. Now, the epics, they are told, they are itihas. Itihas is the Hindi or the Sanskrit name of history. Now, when you break this word, itihas, it becomes iti, iha, asa. Means people tell like this. People tell like this मतलब एक एज से दूसरा एज, हम लोग का जो बड़ा बड़ा कहानियां, बड़ा बड़ा स्ट्रगल, कल्चर का उत्थान होना, पतन होना, कोई एक पर्टिकुलर सिविलाइजेशन के बारे में चर्चा, ये लोग एक जमाना से दूसरे जमाना का ये कहानी सुनाया. सो इट्स नॉट ओनली द स्टोरी, इट इज एक्चुअली द हिस्ट्री, हिज स्टोरी, उसके कहानी, लोग ऐसे बोलते हैं, that is history. So let it be the epics, let it be the Puranas, which are the texts on gods, goddesses, heroes, some type of figures which are woven together into some teaching, into some historical narrative. आप अगर एथिक्स या वैल्यूज के बारे में चर्चा करोगे कि सच बोलना है, हो सकता है कि बच्चा याद ना रखे, हो सकता है कि बच्चा सेंसिटाइज ना हो, बट when you weave it in a good story, then the particular child will remember कि अगर सच नहीं बोलते हैं तो ऐसा एंड हो सकता है. So if it is moral or ethics or values or historical narratives or social teachings or emotional teachings, you can do whatever you feel like through the stories. And that has been done in the Puranas. The Jataka tales about the previous lives of Gautam Buddha. मतलब एक बार आप वो जन्म नहीं लिए, बहुत बार, जैसे हम लोग भी जन्मांतर बाद में विश्वास करते हैं सनातन धर्म में, बोलते हैं आप एक ही बार मनुष्य रूप में नहीं आए, हो सकता है आपका बहुत सारा जन्म था. Now, all those Jataka stories which are talking about the previous lives of Gautama Buddha, they are illustrating and describing the moral lessons and the path to enlightenment. It's not an abrupt going up. It is step by step. Through every incarnation, Gautama Buddha, how he went towards the enlightenment, step by step. So these tales are also widely used. When we talk about Panchatantra, again, this is ancient Indian fable. What is fable? These are, of course, moral stories, but in these moral stories, there are actually different types of moral stories. Now, in these fables, there are different characters, and they all speak and they all talk. And there is a very nice and interesting storyline. This consists of stories that use animal characters who can speak, and they convey practical wisdom, the moral values and strategies to successful living. पंचतंत्र सिर्फ स्टोरीज का एक कलेक्शन नहीं है. पंचतंत्र हम लोग के जो इंडियन कल्चर, उसका एक डिपिक्शन है. सो दीज आर सम key aspects of storytelling. We can also talk about the folklores, the regional stories, जैसे झांसी का रानी का कहानी या पद्मावती का कहानी बहुत साल से चले आ रहे हैं. एक बाई एक, मतलब जो जिसको बोलते हैं, जो कवि, जो फोकलोर मतलब प्ले करने वाले हैं। ऐसे होते हैं कि गांव का कोई आदमी जिसका काम ही है ये सब कहानी सुर के साथ ताल के साथ गा गा कर लोगों को सुनाती है। सो ऑल दिस फोकलोर्स, these are our own unique traditions. All these myths and legends, they are also the different parts of the country's reflection to the cultural, linguistic, and geographical diversity and the learning. The role of visual arts, मुझे अभी अभी जो याद आ रहा है, जैसे वेस्ट बंगाल में एक पट चित्र होता है। तो उसमें क्या होता है, पट मीन्स एक मिट्टी का एक कुछ ब्लॉक टाइप का एक गोल एक स्ट्रक्चर बनाया जाता है, उसके ऊपर नेचुरल कलर से कुछ पेंट किया जाता है, और दैट एक्चुअली गिव्स यू द विजुअल आर्ट। वो पट पट को दिखा दिखा के लोग उसमें कहानी सुनाते हैं। तो these are the visual part of the storytelling. Then there were Sanskrit drama. Kalidasa was a playwright. Plays like Shakuntala, it portrayed different plots, different complex characters, the ups and downs of life, and the moral dilemma. So the stories were used to cultivate and preserve different tradition and entertain and to teach people of all ages for moral character development, for ethics, and for our culture. So storytelling is not a new thing for us. And now when we shift to our modern age, if we talk about the historical context of storytelling, from 2000, we have the digital dawn and there is emergence of internet storytelling platform. Now, this is not only auditory. There can be some visual plots, there can be some scene, and this storytelling platform is used from 2000. Then there was social shift, rise of social media for sharing narrative. There are so many social media platforms, and that is also enabling us to tell our stories to a diverse audience. Then through mobile, through smartphones, we are now able to go for online storytelling, and this online storytelling also can have the visuals incorporated into it. There is integration of storytelling in online courses. Nowadays there is workshop boom. Even now, when I'm speaking to you, what I'm doing, I'm showing you some visual and I am speaking to you. It's also a type of storytelling. And now, because the virtual reality is also a reality, it enhances the immersive storytelling experiences. When you can actually feel the environment, you can actually feel that the characters are surrounding you. The diversity focus is there, and nowadays it becomes more interesting. But then, basically, we are going to tell our stories or impart our training or impart the teaching learning through this storytelling process. There are different ways nowadays, different platforms nowadays, but then the center part is the storytelling. Now, if you take it as a learning tool, you can see the flow chart on the screen. We can start and identify the theme. When we are going to tell a story for a teaching in the class, first of all, we need to identify the theme. पढ़ाना क्या है? Nazi regime पढ़ाना है, social science में. You need to identify the theme. Then you need to make the storyline so that you can engage the learner. अब ये engagement जो है, इसका दो outcome हो सकता है. Could you engage your learner through your storyline? Yes, then proceed and go to an end. And if you could not, then that means that there were some problems in your storyline. In that case, you have to reassess. You have to reassess the way you have imparted to your storyline or to your students, and then analyze the feedback and then refine your approach and go back to engage your learners. So this is a sample, means how you can design the entire thing for becoming a good storyteller and a good educator who can educate the children through storytelling. Cognitive benefits, already we have discussed. Memory retention. What is the retention rate? 65% over facts alone. आपने डेटा बता दिया, आपने बता दिया ऐसे 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 होता है, तो आपका उसमें जो रिटेंशन रेट होगा, जब बच्चा रट्टा लगाता है, जो रोड मेमोरी होता है इंफॉर्मेशन को स्टोर करने के लिए बार बार रिपीट करना, उसमें जो रिटेंशन रेट होता है उससे 65% ज्यादा है. So you can see what is the importance. Emotional engagement. When you are telling a story, that storytelling actually fosters empathy, and that is why, because your learners are emotionally attached to it, so they are more engaged, and engagement is the first step of learning. If the learners are not engaged in your lesson, they can never learn something. So first of all, you are getting 30% more emotional engagement. They are absorbed in the lesson, and not only that, they are remembering whatever they are learning, and that retention is 65% over the facts alone. And while they are listening to something and they are thinking about that thing, they are interpreting different ends of the story. Their analytical skills and their critical thinking also is enhanced. Okay. Now, chat is there. Okay. Emotional engagement through stories, I have already told. There are different parts of it. How we emotionally engage through your stories. The story should be authentic. Authenticity is a very, very important factor. True narratives resonate better with students. अगर र्यूमर होता है, अगर उसमें ऑथेंटिसिटी का एलिमेंट कम होता है, then the resonance with students become lesser. So first one is trust, and trust comes from authenticity. Then there is retention. When the students are emotionally engaged and they are trusting the storyline, then it increases the memory retention rate. So engagement and authenticity gives rise to more retention and connection. When the students are trusting the storyline and the authenticity is there, their understanding is more, and there is connection. The stories build relational context with the students, and hence it leads to better understanding. So what are the important insights? Emotional impact is more because emotional investment is more. Long-term memory because retention is more, and cognitive load is less. Now, what is this cognitive load? आप कुछ भी नया सीखने जाते हो, उसको सीखने के टाइम आपके दिमाग जो एक्स्ट्रा काम करते हैं, that is called your cognitive load. Now, storytelling reduces the cognitive load in learning. पढ़ाई को बोझ नहीं लगता. पढ़ाई becomes, lessons become like enjoyable by the students. Now, there are some case studies. When students struggle to grasp complex historical narratives, the solution offered is integrate storytelling into history curriculum design. All the social science teacher knows. If you only tell the historical facts, the students yawn. But then when you weave the facts into a very good storyline, then the students enjoy, they are engaged, and they retain it for a longer time. So what are the benefits? Enhanced student engagement and comprehension of content. Now, this is something which is very, very important, frameworks for storytelling approach. Framework क्या है? Emotional engagement के लिए क्या चाहिए? Character driven stories. Cognitive connection के लिए क्या चाहिए? There should be fact based storytelling. Because अगर fact नहीं है, अगर truth नहीं है, the students are not going to trust it. Narrative structure, there is a 3-act structure, and cultural context should be there, which can be more bright through the local narratives. So, how to apply it? You can apply it in higher education. You can apply it in social science, as I already have told you. You can use it in corporate training. You can use it in community-based learning. So engaging stories, the truth, the trust, the emotional engagement, the cognitive connection, and the narrative structure all actually leads to different parts of this storytelling session. Understanding the audience's need when we are talking, when you know what is the lesson to be imparted, you also should know your audience's need. उनका एज क्या है, अंडरस्टैंडिंग का लेवल क्या है, and what they need from your side. So what storytelling methods you find most engaging in the lesson that you need to find out? Which subjects do you think it is more beneficial, more benefited from storytelling that you need to sense? And how do you prefer stories to be integrated into learning activities that also you need to plan? And what are the barriers you are going to face? There may be someone whose like focus is very less. Then how to grab the focus? How to make your storytelling more engaging? That you need to find out by understanding your students or your audience's needs. Creating a compelling narrative act. When we are talking about it, so you first of all, you identify the core message to communicate. आपको सिखाना क्या है, उसको identify करो, क्या message देना है, क्या सिखाना है. Then you research what the audience will need from you. उनके interest क्या है, उनका age group क्या है, क्या उनका background है, और उसके ऊपर बेस्ट स्टोरी टेलिंग, बेस्ट स्टोरी लाइन क्या हो सकता है. And first of all, you need to get all those information which are authentic. Then you structure the narrative arc with clear beginning, middle. Develop the characters which are to be told about, develop the background which is to be described. Then you start engaging the audience with the interactive storyline elements. And if needed, if you feel that the engagement is not optimum or the retention is not maximum, then you can revise. You can revise the draft. You can revise the storytelling, and you can storyline. You can revise the characters. You can delete some characters. You can put in some more characters, and you can change the storyline. Okay, and the presentation, of course, the presentation is very important. In your life also, you have made of course some storytellers, maybe in your family, who are fabulous storytellers. Their voice modulation, their facial expression, their like non-verbal cues, their eyes, that they express so much that their presentation becomes best. So when you are going to a class, I always tell to the teachers of my school also, when you are going to a class, you are an artist. A teacher is actually an artist, a public performer. You are presenting your lesson, and how you are going to present it in the most engaging and most creative way, that is your take. And that makes you the best teacher of the lot. And that is why, to make a compelling narrative arc, you need to plan properly. So the lesson plan is very important. Lesson plan is not about writing something in your teacher's diary, but it is about how you are going to present your teaching learning things, and how the students will be engaged in your lesson, and how they will learn maximum and retain maximum. So there are some important data and fact. In case of storytelling, the engagement is more than 85%. The retention is more about 75%. The test score is more than 90%. The completion is more than 95%. So the success rate in the entire teaching learning process can be fabulous. So in your case also, you can try using different types of narratives, stories, and to incorporate your students into it so that they are engaged better, they retain better, their test scores are better, and they memorize it better. So these are different visuals from narratives. And here I'm writing, let the mind work at its best. When you are telling the story, the mind of the learner, they are making this different type of visual from the narration that you are telling. And this is the most interesting part. And that is why, as a teacher or as an educator, we should all be excited about this particular pedagogy. कोलाबोरेटिव स्टोरी टेलिंग मेथड, ये क्या है? कोलाबोरेशन मतलब एक साथ काम करना. What is collaborating storytelling method? You tell the story, you go on with it for some time, then you stop. You tell from here what can be the different options for you. ये जो कैरेक्टर है वो अगर इस दिशा में जाते हैं तो क्या हो सकता है उसके साथ, अगर वो उल्टा दिशा में जाता है तो उसके साथ क्या हो सकता है, अगर ये ऑप्शन सामने आता है तो व्हाट कैन बी द एंड, इफ another option is there in front of you, if you are the author, how you are going to make the end of the story. So collaborative storytelling method, it's a wonderful thing, because here the teacher is not only telling the story and the students are not only passive listeners. What is happening here? The students also are incorporated in the storyline, and they are telling the different options that can be taken, and that can end to different storylines. So in case of collaborative storytelling method, the students can make their own story. I remember just 3-4 months before, there was a class, I think class 2, and they were having a drawing and painting class, and the teacher was absent. So some other teacher went into the class. The teacher has drawn something on the board. I think it was a fish. It was a fish and a duck. So that teacher told them to copy the same thing in their drawing, in their art book. So they were doing that. So I had some free time. I went into the class and I started making a story. I told that there are 2 characters on the board. One is a duck and one is a fish. Now I'm telling you, they were very good friends. And now it was the birthday of the fish, and the fish wanted to invite the duck into a birthday party. Now, this was my initial cue. Then I asked them that what can be the venue of the birthday party, because the fish lives in the water and the duck can swim, but the duck cannot go into the water and the fish cannot come out of the water. And believe me, they were wonderful, those class 2 kids. They told that, the duck told that, okay, there's a birthday party, so I take you to a restaurant and we are going to eat pizza. that the fish told that I cannot go out of the water, so how I can go to the restaurant? And then one child told that the duck told, okay, it's easy. I will come with a glass vessel with water, and you will jump into the water, and with the glass vessel, I will go to the restaurant. See, if you give a problem, they will come up with their own solutions, with their own options. And at the end of 30 minutes, there was a wonderful story of the duck and the fish. So this can happen in case of collaborative storytelling methods. Addressing diverse learning styles, I have already told. Here, what we are doing, that when we tell that this storytelling can actually present the teaching learning things to different types of learning styles, let us see what is the SWOT analysis. That is, what are the strengths and the weaknesses and the opportunities and the threats of this storytelling method as a pedagogy. Now, when we talk about the strength, storytelling can engage different sensory modalities. I have also already told that different neural pathways are activated. This improves the engagement, this improves the retention, this improves the understanding, and it fosters emotional connection. Not only neural connections are established, but emotional connections are also there. It enhances the students' motivation in the participation and in the teaching learning method. This is, of course, a strength. What is the weakness? Not all the students resonate with storytelling. There are some of the students who are poor auditory listeners. They lead to potential disengagement or confusion also. This can be a type of weakness. Over reliance on narratives may neglect the analytical or critical thinking. And what are the opportunities? You can incorporate technology, can break the boredom, can take different platforms for different types of story presentation. And what are the threats? Standardized tests may not be available with this particular type of pedagogy. Now, if you want to become good educators with very good and very robust storytelling effectiveness, what are the active steps? Your task 1 is to collect the feedback. Task 2 is to analyze the data. Task 3 is to iterate the stories or tell the stories. And task 4 is to find the report. Timeline, कितना दिन लग सकता है? 3 महीना तक लग सकता है, और 6 महीना अगर आप प्रैक्टिस करोगे, maybe you will become good storytellers and good educators for your classroom teaching. What are the feedbacks from learners and educators? It is on the screen. You can read them, that through storytelling, what can be the wonders which can happen in your classroom. Best practices, context, you need to align the storytelling with the curriculum. The audience should be known to you and their specific needs. You should know the medium. What is the medium you are going to use for your storytelling? It's not always verbal. I have already told you can also have visuals through different social platforms, through different digital platforms, and this multimedia format should be known to you. The feedback of the learners or the feedback of the students are very, very important. You have to analyze the feedback and then you have to respond according to their need and according to the need of the curriculum or the class or the standard or the subject. Assessment, you have to create very, very interactive and very creative type of assessment when you are going to assess the learning. The challenges, the pros and cons, we have already told. Aligning story with educational goals. Again, the audience, the objective, the assessment, the engagement, the growth, the feedback, and the iteration. Iteration means repeating it. All these steps should be practiced religiously, nicely, with all your honesty to do something better in your classroom. Short term and long term outcome, engagement, it is of course a long term outcome. Retention, it's a long term outcome. Critical thinking, it happens when you are telling the story or when they are listening to the narrative, but critical thinking can be practiced through repeated storytelling. Collaboration of the students, that makes your storytelling session or your teaching learning better. Empathy, it can be a very long-term outcome when the students are listening to different types of authenticated and different types of narration which are very true to their culture and which talk about their inclusivity. Then empathy becomes a long-term outcome. Creativity, it is also, you can tell it's a long-term and short-term outcome. I have already told it's not a one day's job. ऐसा नहीं है कि कल जाके आप स्टोरी टेलिंग शुरू कर दोगे. अरे स्टोरी टेलिंग is not just any storytelling. According to the subject, according to the topic, you need to plan your story. You need to plan the characters. You need to plan how you are going to tell, what you are going to tell, what is the objective of telling that particular story. So, identifying the techniques, practicing the narration skills, integrating into the curriculum that requires 30 to 90 days, means 1 महीना से 3 महीना हम लोगों को काम करना पड़ेगा. Then only we can become good storytellers. इतना आसान नहीं है कि कल जाके क्लास में हम लोग शुरू हो गए. It needs a plan and it needs a practice. Communicating complex ideas simply. So this is showing you how you are going to use it. What are the different steps? How you are getting the narrative, the examples, the engagement, how you are going to illustrate it, what will be the simplicity in your storyline, what will be your feedback. So it shows how you communicate your complex ideas in a simple way. You need to create a supportive community also, because your students will of course support you, but then your lead teachers, your HODs, your management, your principal, all should support you, because sometimes it becomes a trial and error also. It's not a one-day job. So when you are creating a happy school and when you are trying to engage your students through better stories, then your whole school or the community should resonate with it, and they also should be supportive. Storytelling in virtual learning environment, we have already talked about it. Cultural sensitivity, the audience analysis, it is important. किसको बता रहे हो, क्या बता रहे हो, कौन सा एज ग्रुप, क्या नीड है उसका, ठीक है. Diverse voices, because from different cultural perspectives, there are different opinions, there are different statements. Okay. And the feedback system, you should take care of it, and continuous training is a part of it. This is sustaining interest through sequels. That's also a very good way of training. You take a part of a story or part of a narration, and then after coming to a very, very interesting point, you tell, next in my next class. You will see that the students will actually wait for you कि कब नेक्स्ट क्लास आएगा और कब हम लोग सुनेंगे कि इसके बाद क्या हुआ. ये इसके बाद क्या हुआ को ही बोला जाता है sustaining interest. So you can link storytelling to curriculum development. Not very easy. You have to practice, you have to plan. I'm sorry. When we are talking about fostering critical thinking skill, you can use cases, different cases. You can prompt the students to analyze the conflict of the stories. They can go critically. They can tell you कि अगर इसके बाद ऐसे वो behave करता So the entire story will turn to this direction. There can be group discussion after a narrative. You can facilitate small groups and they can debate and they can discuss कि ये जो total narrative उसमें क्या क्या हुआ, what were the good things, what were not so good, what can be a turnaround point, what can be the different options. When you tell them to contribute through the group discussion and debating, when they go for the character analysis, then you are actually fostering the critical thinking skill. What are the innovative format for story presentation in classroom? It's not only the teacher who will tell the story, it's also the students who will tell their stories. They can create different stories through comic strips. You tell them, you tell a story, or you tell them to design a story for themselves, and then they can present it through a comic strip. And there they can use the speech bubble to show the dialogue between the characters. They can paint the background. There can be a diorama where there's a three-dimensional scene, a three-dimensional model to represent a historical event. कुरुक्षेत्र का जो बैटल है या द हल्दी घाटी का बैटल, उसको आप रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हो. It's not only a painting. There can be a three-dimensional scene where you are showing the different characters. So the students can do it and they can be engaged in telling the story. You are telling about a particular battle or a particular scenario. Tell them to make a three-dimensional scene or to make a comic strip and to present it in front of others. That will enhance their communication skills. That will make them better critical thinkers. That will make them better creative thinkers. There can be digital slideshow. Suppose you are going to celebrate Makar Sankranti in your school. You can tell your class 9 or class 10 students to make a digital slideshow on that particular thing. And when they are presenting it, all their skills will be enhanced and they will know better. And because they have created the slideshow, they will never forget it. The students can also create art gallery. They can make interactive map with parts that can be moved. And these formats, these different formats of story presentation in the classroom where the students are also collaborating, they are not only engaging the students, but also allow them to express their understanding, their concept in different ways. And that actually enhance their personality, make them better learners, better thinkers, better presenters, and better communicators. This becomes an enriching and lifelong experience for them. Leveraging storytelling for change. This has an emotional impact. It lessens the cognitive load. It has a cultural significance and it changes our students or our audiences in many ways. This is very important. The importance of storytelling in FLN classes. I have already told that in FLN classes, the playway method and the storytelling method are the most important two methods. For cognitive development of your kids, for the language skills, the communication skills, for the motivation, the socio-emotional development, the community engagement, the collaboration, everything can be imparted through a very, very interactive session of storytelling. And all our pre-primary teachers, they should be ready to tell different stories to their children on different topics, and while doing so they can take help of different type of medium. कभी puppetry कर लो, कभी मुखौटा बना के मुखौटा के साथ क्लास में जाओ, वॉइस मॉड्यूलेशन करो, ये सारा कुछ कर सकते हैं and you can impart a lot of learning in your class nursery, LKG, UKG or class 1 kids. through these interactive storytellings or puppetry shows or different type of storytelling sessions in FLN classes. Future trend, digital narratives, it is culturally relevant, the data storytelling, the collaborative projects, all can be the future trends in storytelling. So what are our key takeaways from this? Engagement through narrative, emotional connections that matter. The framework adoption is important. The cultural relevance is very, very important because we are utilizing the cultural relevance in our stories, which is crucial for the diverse classroom inclusivity. And there is assessment opportunity and there is actually options for professional development. So with this, we come to an end of this particular session. But believe me, as a teacher, as a lifelong teacher, I always believe that I can be a better teacher when I speak to my students through different types of creative, interactive stories. And through these stories, we can make a lot of difference in the learning, in the communication skill, in the engagement, in the retention, in the socio-emotional skills, and in the creative thinking of our students. All students are not similar, but remember, when you present to different types of neural pathways, you actually present your lesson to different types of learners, the outcome will obviously be better. You will be actually a very, very favorite teacher of your children. Maybe your subject is physics or maths, but if you are a good storyteller, remember that your communication and your interaction and your collaboration with them will make you a far more better educator. And that's actually the objective of the entire session. Thank you so much. And if there is any question, you can ask me. But for becoming a good storyteller, please read a lot. If you don't read at least 30 minutes in a day, and if you don't go through different types of storybooks, different types of narratives, you can never become a good narrator yourself. And that matters a lot. पढ़ना है और पढ़ने के बाद ही बोलना है. अगर पढ़ेंगे नहीं तो बोल नहीं सकते. Thank you.
Participants can ask questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. It was an excellent session
Thank
again.
you. Thank
Thank
you
you very
so much.
Thank you to all the participants for say wholehearted participation. We have already shared the attendance feedback link, requesting you to kindly complete your attendance by 6:15. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the
Thank you,
opportunity.
ma'am. Thank you so much.